Okay, guys, in this video, we'll be reviewing category 2, questions 6 through 9. Hopefully you had some time to try these out, and let's make sure you got them correct. Number 6 says, a student ran a distance of 3.5 miles each day for 5 days. Then the student ran a distance of 4.25 miles each day for the next 5 days. What was the total distance in miles the student ran during these 10 days? So if some of you that have some accommodations, some content clarifiers, also, if you look at this, there's a little arrow right here that if you click on it, it gives you the information in a table. And so the total distance, the word total means we're going to be adding. Now we are dealing with 10 days. The first 5 days, we know they ran 3.5 miles each day, keyword there, each. And then the next 5 days, each day was 4.25 miles. So the student was running a little bit faster the next 5 days. Now, to figure out the total, we know we are going to be adding. Now, in order for us to add, there's different things you can do, okay? The main thing we're going to be doing here is adding, whether you add as fractions or you add as decimals. Now, in order for me to write, I'm going to be using our graph and draw feature here so that I can use the pen, okay? So here for these first 5 days, 3.5, I can convert it to, you're correct, 3.5 or 3.50. And that's for the first 5 days. So we're going to multiply that by 5. And again, we're multiplying by 5 because each day, that's how many miles that student was running. So if we multiply this correctly, remember, we move the decimal till the end. We get 17.50 for the first 5 days. 4.25. Does anybody remember what 4.25 is as a decimal? You got it. 4.25. Good job. Times 5. If we multiply correctly, don't forget, we move the decimal when? Very good, till the end. So here we have 21.25. Now, all we have to do is add these two amounts, okay? In order to add decimals, reminder, when we're adding decimals, good job, line up that decimal point, good job. So we are adding the decimals and making sure we line up that decimal point. Here, I can show you right here. The decimal is in a line. And again, we're adding. So for multiplying decimals, we move the decimal at the end. For adding and subtracting decimals, reminder, we always line up that decimal point. So here it's 38 and 0.75. Remember, 0.75 is the same thing as 3/4. So that should be your answer, okay? Now let's say you forget. You're like, oh, I forgot that 3/4 is 0.75. How am I going to remember that? Well, remember, you can always look at your answers. Let's look at your answers carefully, okay? Let's carefully look at your answers. The only one that has 38 is letter B. Now you might say, well, what if there's two 38s? Great question. Well, then this is when we divide numerator by denominator. And here you can convert from a fraction to a decimal. Remember, we divide numerator in, denominator, you got it out. So the correct answer should be not, it picked it up. It should not be D, it should be B, right? Because we added the decimals, okay? If you have any questions, of course, you feel free to come in to tutoring. We're here to help you, okay? So as I'm going through these, if you're still having concerns, please address these concerns during tutoring. Okay, let's look at number 7. On number 7, notice we have a fraction, a mixed number, my apologies, 6 3/4 multiplied by negative 11.5. So whenever we have decimals and fractions together, it's crucial, guys, that we convert everything to the same thing. So in this case, the easiest is to convert everything to a decimal. Notice that here we don't have any content clarifiers. Okay, so here you need to know, a ver, what did we say? 3/4 what? From the last question we just remembered that point, it's equal to, you got it, 0.75. Now we're going to multiply this by 11.5. Now before multiplying, when you're multiplying, remember, you always have to draw a sleepy cat, okay? So I'm going to draw my sleepy cat. Remember, sleepy cat means this is only utilized when we're multiplying or dividing, okay? So only when we're multiplying and dividing do we worry about sleepy cat. So in sleepy cat, if I have a positive divided by a negative, who's left over? The answer will be a negative. So just by doing sleepy cat, you know the answer is negative, right? So I know A and B are not even going to be considered at all. You're not even considering A and B. So strike them out. Okay? Use the strikeout feature right here on these three little lines right here on these strikeout. Strike through. You can use that to get rid of A and B. Okay? Now let's just multiply to make sure we got the answer correctly. So we look, now you're, instead of guessing from 1 out of 4, you're guessing from 1 out of 2. But we're not going to guess, guys, because we know this is easy. We can do this, right? So 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 30. 5 plus 2 is 37. Carry the 3. So the first line should have been 33.75. Notice I'm ignoring the decimal. I'm ignoring the decimal, not because, I don't like the decimal. It's because we move decimals till the end. Very good. Good job, guys. We're doing a great job, guys. We are so ready. Now we are going to be adding. And here we have a 5. We have a 2. Carry the 1. We have a 6. Carry the 1. A 7. Carry the 1. Now, when we're completely done, then we start moving the decimal, okay? So in this case, we have 1, 2. How many different place values? 3 different place values. Very good. So it's 77.625. Oh, and it's negative. Don't forget it's negative. Oh, so look at your answers. Who's the only one that's going to work? You got it. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Now, anything that I'm doing on the graph draw feature right here, guys, is not going to be saved to the next problem. So make sure you select letter C as your answer. Okay? Let's go on to number 8. Number 8 says, a music club has 15 members. Each member pays monthly dues of $14.60. On the first day of the month, 8 members paid their dues. The remaining members paid their dues on the second day of the month. How much money was collected in dues on the second day of the month? Well, let's identify some keywords, guys. Okay? So how many members do we have? Well, we have a total of 15 members, right? But we want the dues for what date? Do we want for both days? No, right? What does it say right there? We want only the dues for, right here, it says the second day. Well, if we have 15 members, the key word there is remaining, the remaining. So 8 of them paid it on the first day. So how many are remaining? 7 members. Remaining is a key word that tells you you're going to have to subtract. So we need to figure out how much the 7 members are going to pay. Well, it says right here, keyword, another keyword, each member pays $14.16. So to figure out if $14.60 is for 1 member, how do we figure out for 7 members? You got it. You multiply by 7. Good job. And remember, in multiplying, what do? We move decimals till the end. Very good. Excellent. Good job, guys. Now check your work. So remember, you're going to move the decimal how many times? 2 times. 102.20 sounds about right there. So look for keywords, okay? Keywords there told me just for second day. I promise you a lot of us would have just done the 15, right? The first number we see there. So be careful, okay? Check your work and make sure you put B as your answer, okay? Number 9 is also an easy one. And again, there's no content clarifiers here. But notice right here that we have a negative or a positive. And again, so anytime we have negatives and positives and we are multiplying or dividing, do you remember what we always do? Yes, we always do sleepy cat. Good job, guys. So sleepy cat, don't forget your sleepy cat is only for multiplying and dividing. So in this case, the answer would be very good. The answer is going to be a negative. Negative what? Okay, well, let's multiply. 2.9 times, 2.2 times 9, my apologies. You should have gotten 19.8. Now, where do we put the 19? Where do we put the, okay, the 19 has to go right here. Point and then the 8. And again, please don't forget the negative. Please don't forget the negative, okay? So when you're putting the answer, make sure here you put the negative. Here you put the 1, the 9, and the 8. If you want to put the 0 at the end, you can, but no, you do not have to, okay? Continue with your category 2. If you have any questions or concerns, please, guys, come by for tutoring. Come by with your 7th grade math teachers. We're here to help you. Thank you. Have a great day, guys.